My parents bought my van before I was old enough to get my permit. We bought it here in Eugene from a lady who could no longer afford to keep it, and it was more or less set up already to be driven by a person in a chair since she had polio. And my dad expected, since I'd been in a wheelchair, that I would be more natural at it, since I knew the feeling of stopping and going and braking, and just from being in a chair. And I guess he was right, because I just took off with it, and it's been easy for me. And you know, it's been expensive for my parents to buy that van and to keep it up for me, but at the same time, my mother says it's been a big help for her, because she doesn't have to take me places anymore, you know, to meet my friends or just to take me wherever. And also I have a brother in a wheelchair, and having 2 vans now that we can go different places, you know, and that we, at the same time, and also that, you know, she doesn't have to haul me around anymore, so all she has to worry about is him, because he can't drive, having Down syndrome, so it made it easier for her, gave her more time to herself. My brother's 4 years older than me, and he's got Down syndrome and limb-girdle muscular dystrophy. And when he was born, he never walked. They told my mother when he was born not even to keep him, and of course she did, thank goodness. He's the center of the household. He's the only one left home with my parents now, and they'll have him until, you know, the end of one of their lives. So I think it's helped having him for me to become more independent, because she once told me that I had to get rid of one of you. I couldn't have you or keep you both forever. And so in some ways I think she's pushed me more. You know, a lot of parents don't even, especially back then in the late 60s, early 70s, didn't even keep especially their mentally disabled children. And, you know, it was never an issue with them, and they still have him today. They've been great with me. It really hasn't even been an issue, you know. They've expected me to be as normal as any other kid. I was just as stubborn as they came. And she said even if she had tried to stop me at certain points, she couldn't. I was more or less, you know, off on going on my own. And she said she finally figured out that she just had to let me do it, as long as I wasn't killing myself or somebody else, because it was the easiest thing for her to do. I lived in the same house all my life, in the country, in a farming area. My school was just a little ways away, and I could just go there by myself. Like I said, I only had, on an average, 12 to 15 kids in my class at a time, and most of us, I think 10 of us were there from the 1st grade to the 8th grade. We knew each other up and down, left and right. I mean, same kids. I mean, like I said, I still have relationships from kindergarten. And in the country it was great, because in my chair I would take bike rides with the rest of the kids. Them on their bikes, me on my electric chair. We'd go for miles, 3-4 miles, come back. And we have stories about that, being chased down by dogs and everything else, bike crashes and chairs breaking down. And I've always been kind of outspoken, tend to be kind of rambunctious in class to prove that I'm just like everyone else. Not only do they expect that you might have a mental limitation, but that you might be shy and quiet and very timid and ready to please. Well, I got involved with the migrant education program when I was just coming out of my sophomore year in high school. I wanted to work in this program, and I knew the director who ran it, because he was my grade school counselor in grade school, and now he ran this summer program for migrant children. I was a homeschool consultant, migrant recruiter, working out in the field, and through that program I just got more and more involved with the migrant community. Not only did I do the summer program, but I started tutoring after school during the school year, migrant children in ELS at my old grade school. I'm a Spanish major, and it's still improving. I'm pretty good. I can get around and say about anything I need to say. I'm sociology and Spanish major, and that's what I want to do, migrant social work, or maybe get a 5th year teaching degree and work within the school system. and especially with the migrant children or the families. This is what I really want to do. So it's really enjoyable to work with, to be able to have a job to work with people. I just go with it day by day. I have a big security knowing that I'm going to get married soon, and I think that's big security for anybody. To know that they have somebody to start their lives with.